Hello there, my name is Spring Tigress, and I'm back with another episode of my TEW9 Local to Global Challenge. So last week there were some up and downs. The show slowly started improving, and Mio Momono has proven to be a successful signee, so I'm definitely going to use more of her in the future. But the actual financial gains and ticket sales had began decreasing, so I'm going to try and be more mindful of my finances so that we lose any more money, because the last thing I need is to lose more money and to end up actually being at risk of going bankrupt. I've been eyeing Space Monkey for so long, and he's very cheap, so I just figured, you know what, let's just actually sign Space Monkey. He's cheap, and I've been eyeing him for a while, so I was just like, you know what, let's finally sign him to Saints Pro Wrestling. Let's see what he does. And I also decided to sign Lulu Pencil purely because she was like the cheapest worker I could find. Wait, hold on a second here. Oh my god, Lulu Pencil is above Chris Danger in that department. I'm very curious now. Brittany Blake brightened the mood backstage after doing several funny cartoon drawings of her colleagues. Lulu Pencil was brought before wrestlers. Bruh, she just got here and she already is going to wrestlers court. Accused of making a mess backstage and not cleaning up, annoying everybody. The judge Crowbar found her guilty and sentenced her to clean up, then buy drinks for everyone after the show. You wanna know what's funny? There's a strong chance she didn't even do it. It had a positive impact on Lulu Pencil. The backstage rumor mill has been in overdrive after PJ Drumbun and MJ Jenkins got into a heated argument. What was the argument about? Apparently the pair of Envy Young and Atrasa Giant Panda have been hanging out a lot recently. Oh, Envy Young is sucking up to the boss. Okay, let's do some team bonding. MJ Jenkins and Chris Danger's relationship has become stronger. I mean, they're already dating. How much stronger can it be? In a superb match to open the show, Brittany Blake defeated Anthem Ramada in 14 minutes and 43 seconds by submission with a bad omen. The match was designed so the wrestlers can go out and try to steal the show. It feels like I've had this match at least 6 times at this point, or more like 10, but I don't really care. It keeps getting good results. Wrestling rating was 39, crowd rating was 25, and the overall segment rating was 42. Brittany Blake had an in-ring performance of 41. Anthem Ramada had one of 38. Chris Danger did some good work at ringside. This match got the show off to a strong start, and this match got the crowd buzzing. And about that had decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. The debuting Space Monkey defeated one of the 2 rookies, Eileen Jerkowitz, in 7 minutes and 55 seconds by pinfall with the reverse 450. The match was designed to tell a specific story. The wrestling rating was 30. Okay, that's actually better than I thought for this. Crowd rating was 7, and the overall segment rating was 37. Again, this match has actually exceeded expectations. Space Monkey had an in-ring performance of 49, and Eileen had one of 12. She still has some way to go, but hey, the only way she can improve is by getting reps. So I can't just completely take her out of the ring just because she's not that great in the ring yet when she's a complete rookie. These reps right now are very important for her to become good in the ring in the future. Let's see. And Space Monkey debut's gimmick, it had an initial rating of adequate. Oh, only adequate? This gimmick seems like the type of thing the audience for Saints Pro Wrestling would want. But okay, Space Monkey and Eileen have great chemistry, and it showed in their performances, and this match got the crowd hotter. So, would you look at that? They have great chemistry, so I'm definitely going to take note of that. Wait, let me recap the gimmick changes. Comedy gimmick will struggle when used as a star major in a company that isn't comedy influenced. Receives a bonus for taking part in comedy bouts, well, of course, and receives a bonus for being used as comic relief during angles. Well, I was going to do that anyway, so thank you, game, for basically telling me the thing I was going to do with him anyway. And in our final match of the evening, in a wild brawl that had great wrestling and good heat, Danny DeMano defeated Mio Momono in 10 minutes and 17 seconds by pinfall with a cherry popper following interference from Envy Young. Again, crowd was very hot. Wrestling rating 42. Crowd rating 24. Segment rating 47. Danny DeMano had an in-ring performance of 34. Thought he would have done better, but Mio had an in-ring performance of 50, so wow. Envy Young, Mio Momono storyline has started with this segment. That's right. Those 2 are going to feud, and holy crap, the matches those two are going to have. Following that, in a great 6-minute angle, Miyamoto was still selling the attack that Envy Young did onto her. And he just stands in the ring, very proud of himself for what he did, and cutting a promo, tearing her and the fans into shreds. Let's see, that's sort of advanced. And Envy Young looked good here. And the segment rating was 45. So you can never go wrong with an Envy Young promo. This feud is already starting off with a very strong start. The overall rating was 45. And this show increased the popularity of one region. And okay, the show was in front of 114 people. So that's more than usual, though. We didn't sell out that venue, but it is more people than usual for this show. But let's compliment Space Monkey for a good performance, because he did have a good performance tonight. And let's point out Miyu as a good example. Space Monkey was pleased, and so was Miyu. Okay, financial report. Oh my god, we made over $1,000 in ticket sales, $57 in merch. Dang. We lost $40 though. Man, so we're still in the red, even though I'm pretty sure this is the most ticket sales I've had so far, but still in the red. That sucks. Okay, Crowbar has an opinion. Space Monkey has poor in-ring psychology. He's probably not worth keeping around. I mean, his in-ring psychology is probably low as shit, isn't it? Yeah, it is low, but come on. I thought he was pretty solid in this debut. Don't judge him so early. He just got here. Wait a minute. Envy Young has been toppled for the #1 spot on the franchise player list. Wow. Main event wrestler Miyamoto is currently 20 years old. She has good star presence and impressive charisma. In terms of her appeal and ability to draw in fans, there's no question she is currently our #1 wrestler. The feud just started. God damn. And Envy Young got the throne from his spot in the month of September. You have a total financial performance of $2,015, which is better than the last 2 months. I'll take what I can get. The best performance we've had when it comes to ticket sales, and the sponsors as well. Made more money on merchandise compared to the last couple months. Wait, our taxes went up. The production was $5 shorter. Merchandise cost was down. The show cost went up, but the workers' price went down. On Netflix. Oh, I had to be big size to get on Netflix. Boo. MTV. I mean, Max would be nice, but I don't know. Dude, Tubi would be great. Oh, 20 popularity. Okay. Okay, our product is acceptable for Tubi. Not surprising at all. The minimum size is tiny. Okay, so we definitely need to get our popularity up to be on Tubi. It'll be so worth it to get on Tubi. Wait a minute. Why is there no interest in us being on YouTube? Yeah, that's us. We're in the right side. Oh, 20 popularity in one region. Okay. There's 2 easy broadcasters for me to have. Tubi or YouTube. Yeah, we're at 14 right now, so definitely got to get this popularity up. No nights off. 112. Like, average failing. Like, that's 150. Let's start with this one. We're just gonna go back to the battleship just to keep things safe. And creative energy. Let me try a creative finish. Inspires April 2027. Perfect. Now let's see if there's any locker room incidents. Lulu Pencil helped create a fun and relaxed atmosphere backstage after buying a discarded karaoke machine and starring an impromptu pre-show competition. Her melody of power ballads apparently stole the show. That's great to hear. Eileen was brought before the wrestlers court, accused of being absorbed by her phone when she should have been paying attention to a locker room meeting. The judge, Crowbar, found her guilty and sentenced her to buy a crate of beer for the Really? She has to buy the entire locker room a crate of beer over that? She can't just get a warning? Okay, but it had a small positive impact on her. In our opening contest, about that, superb wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Brittany Blake defeated Space Monkey in 12 minutes and 5 seconds by submission with a bad omen. The match was designed so that the wrestlers can go all out and try to steal the show. Let's see, crowd heat at the end, hot and rising. Wrestling rating 44. The crowd rating 19. But the overall segment rating is 46. So great job. Space Monkey had an in-ring performance of 45, and Brittany Blake had an in-ring performance of 42. Space Monkey fell off his game. Well, he sure didn't seem to show it, going by the in-ring performance. Chris Danger did some good work at ringside, as he always does. This match got the show off to a strong start and got the crowd buzzing. In a good 2-minute angle, we had Lulu Pencil come to the ring and introduce herself by cutting a promo. Salmon Ring 33. Pretty solid, actually. Lulu Pencil has debuted her freelance writer gimmick. It has an initial rating of great. Let me recap the promotion's comedy gimmick. Not suitable to be used as a heel. Well, I wasn't going to make Lulu Pencil a heel anyway. That would absolutely make no sense. A struggle when used as a star, major star in a company that isn't comedy influence. It's Lulu Pencil. All right, I'm using her to flesh out the mid-card scene. In a decent match, Crowbar defeated Lulu Pencil in 5 minutes and 30 seconds by pinfall. Yeah, not a good night for Lulu Pencil. The match was designed to tell a specific story. Arrogant heel veteran versus shy underdog babyface who isn't that experienced in wrestling. Tale as old as time. Okay, the crowd was white hot. Wrestling rating 25. So a big downgrade from the first match, but that's really not surprising with this. Crowd rating is 10. Overall segment rating is 26. You know, this would be average for like a lot of the older shows from SPW, but the standards are kind of going up now. Crowbar had an in-ring performance of 26, and Lulu Pencil had an in-ring performance of 23. So Crowbar wasn't that much better than Lulu Pencil, surprisingly. I thought there would be a much wider gap in the in-ring performances there. Lulu Pencil was really off her game. This match got the crowd hotter, despite being much weaker than the other match. Probably because of the goodwill from her promo. Following this, we have our main event match, and a wild brawl that had superb wrestling and good heat. MV Young defeated Mio Momono in 14 minutes and 59 seconds by pinfall, following interference from Crowbar. So yeah, Crowbar was in the last match and on Lulu Pencil, but now he's involving himself in this match. Crowd heat at the end, very hot. Wrestling rating 59. Crowd rating 22. Segment rating 63. I think this is officially the best match in SPW. Oh my god. Envy Young had an in-ring performance of 62, and Ms. Mio Momono had an in-ring performance of 56. Okay, their storyline advanced to gain heat, and the creative finish I used ended up being a success. I'm just at loss for words for how good this is. Holy fuck. And then in a great fight, we had Crowbar, you know, healing up with the crowd while Envy Young cut a promo, basically making Envy Young's alliance with Crowbar official. So this wasn't just some random accident just because. They are now in allegiance. And that's how the show ends. 54 rating! Bro, I think this is the best show I've done so far. Yeah, sold out the arena. Yeah, the main event match, easily the best part of the show. The show gained us popular in one region. I think I found top 2 players. I think I found my #1 heel and #1 baby face of this company. Let's give Lulu Pencil and Crowbar some encouragement, because I can only glaze those two so much. So ticket sales 900, merchandise at what the fuck? How did the workers price get up like that? What? God damn it. Yeah, we're in the red. We're even more in the red. Popularity recap. Yep, still the same. Minor morale issues. What's going on? Irritated? Being left off. Oh god. But she was left off the last couple shows. Bro, you were only left off 1 show, and bro is still mad about the botch back in June. You weren't even injured. Get over it. These people are such babies. Oh my god. Oh crap. She dropped back down. I'm gonna fix that. In the month of October, we ended up making a total of $1,734 in total revenue. Yeah, ticket sales were 900, which was down from this one. Sponsors, ship money continues to go up. Merchandise was lower than last month, but it's around on par with the month before that. The workers price went up, which I don't know how this works, because I hired very cheap people. Like, I'm gonna be honest, outside of the 2 Joshis, I think everyone is within the tri-state area. So I don't know how this workers' expenses going up. Show costs went up as well, and I don't know why. We went back to the smaller venues. I don't know why the show costs went up. Yeah, marketing's the same. Yeah, merchandise went up. Yeah, it's like how it was here compared to here. Production is $5 more than last month, but taxes went down. Man, we're losing money on the actual profit of the shows itself, even though the shows themselves seem to be improving. I'm honestly going to end it right here. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you did and didn't enjoy. What did you think of these two shows? What more would you like to see in the future? Let me know all this and more in the comment section below. This is Spring Tigress. Have a good day.